All right, music fans, welcome back. It is Dave. It is the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there. And me, here, me, yes. Fleetwood Mac is having a Don Felder moment as their spokesperson, Kristen Foster, has told a few publications, including, I think, Variety, that Fleetwood Mac is looking forward to their day in court. Wow! Holy crap, that man! Talking about digging in. Uh, Over the weekend, we found out that Lindsey Buckingham was emailing, beseeching Mick Fleetwood to say, "Don't do this, don't do this." And of course, he got the silent treatment, and they did it. So apparently, Fleetwood Mac plans on fighting and fighting tooth and nail. To release a statement like this really shows that things have gone completely haywire over at Fleetwood Mac Central. Now, you can't compare this to the Don Felder situation because Felder wanted money. He wanted to be treated as an equal, like the contract as it was written. Even Don Henley doesn't deny that in the documentary. He said something like, "Well, things change." Well, if it's a legal contract, it's actually supposed to be honored, Don. But in this case, I just think that Lindsey Buckingham is going to have standing in court. I think he is certainly going to be able to sit there and say, "Hey," because the band has now gone on record with a couple of different statements that don't jive with reality. The first one being as well, Lindsey wasn't a team player. He wasn't willing to cancel his album, cancel his tour, and just get on with life, even though Fleetwood Mac accommodated Miss Stevie Nicks last year with all of her things that she wanted to do, including not be a part of basically a Fleetwood Mac album, which turned out to be the Buckingham McVie album, which was fantastic, but would have sold a little more if it were under the moniker Fleetwood Mac. It's just astounding to me that these guys are now digging in against a guy who was really the architect of their sound for the past 43 years or something like that. Lindsey Buckingham's email made it clear that he was trying every which way to stop this from happening. The other story, which doesn't really hold water with me, which is now the official story, is that Lindsey was dismissed because of a smirk and because of a poor choice in introduction music that Stevie Nicks had chosen that Buckingham apparently didn't agree with. So, bye-bye, 43 years, bye-bye, see you later. Not, hey, let's have a discussion, or I disagree with you and we'll just get on with life. Nope, it's, you're no longer in the band, Lindsey Buckingham. Folks, in the world of Irving Azoff, this is the kind of thing that happens, okay? The Don Felder thing. You know, hey, let's take Don Felder out to eat so he doesn't sing Victim of Love. There's a lot of sneakiness going on. I know there's some stuff in the Journey situation, the band Journey, behind the scenes, that Azoff pulls some strings and he makes Neil Schon look bad in certain ways, and he seems to be promoting something, but we're not sure what with Journey. I think he wants a different version of Journey, or he doesn't want Neil to be the pilot of the band and so forth. And Lindsey, who was a natural leader, much like Neil Schon, was a musical genius, again, much like Neil Schon, in different areas, where he's a writer and arranger, where Neil Schon is more heavy in, getting the most out of somebody else's song and then playing an amazing guitar part on it. Lindsey, of course, is a very unique guitar player himself. So there are some similarities here. They're both managed by Irving Azoff. Again, I always say, gee, just a crazy coincidence that this stuff keeps happening. And a lot of people have, sent me messages saying Azoff is one of the worst things that's ever happened to rock music, in the sense that it's just one big monopoly and it's divide and conquer. And these bands, he just studies everything out and thinks, if we just put Fleetwood Mac on the marquee and send them out on this tour. By the way, Des Moines last night or whenever A lot of empty seats. I got pictures. Somebody sent me pictures. And the concert was underway. It wasn't like it was before the concert. And a lot of times you can take pictures and kind of, you know, it'll make it look like the arena is empty before things get really going. But the band was definitely playing because their faces were up on the screen behind them and things were happening. And there's a lot of empty seats, folks. This was a bad idea. And digging in, legally speaking, and putting out these statements, Kristen Foster, really just, adds more insult to injury. I'm sure there are a few folks that side with Fleetwood Mac. I just can't see how you can at this point because Lindsey Buckingham was just too important to this group. He just is. He just is. And he's still viable. He's still a great artist. And he should be in the band. Anyway, that's it for this video. Be back soon. See you then.